guys, welcome back to the missing. I know it's been so long. I also know that it's a little hard to see me right now. Give me just one moment. Let me see if I can make this a little bit better. I'm not in my normal filming. No, you can't see me. Now it's dark, but better, I guess. I don't know. So, I wanted to come on. I know it's been a minute since I've been on here, and I am so sorry. With everything, it's been, I can't even explain. It's been so crazy for months. I mean, everything from hospital stays to car accidents to our house flooding because pipe ruptured and our floor is damaged to furnaces going out to everybody getting the flu. I mean, it has been one thing after another, and when they say it rains, it pours. That's what it's been for us. It's been a rain and pour and flood and everything, and work was crazy. I was trying to do mandatory overtime. I mean, I don't know. It's just been so much, and yeah. So I wanted to jump on today. I originally, wanted to film every Thursday and Sunday, and then I was like, okay, well, just every Sundays, and my schedule's kind of been changing, and everything's been all over, and then I haven't been filming because of everything going on, and so I wanted to come on and get a video out. I'm going to try my best, you guys, to try to get more consistent. I keep saying that, but it's so hard with everything right now, and I know you guys understand. I'm sure you guys have kids and husbands and lives and work, and things can be just crazy, and it's just crazy is where I'm at right now. I mean, I just don't even know other way to say it other than crazy. But I've thought about you guys a lot. I've thought about different cases a lot. I think the last video I posted was actually about Dylan Rounds. And I don't know if you guys have been following that case, but I guess they finally did make an arrest. So they did arrest somebody for suspected murder. So I think that case is going to be, hopefully they'll be finding some answers. And if, hopefully they find Dylan safe. But if they don't, at least maybe he'll be able to come home and his family will get some closure and maybe find peace and be able to put him to rest, which would be, I mean, I think for anybody who has a loved one missing, especially in like our case with my uncle who's been gone so long, at this point I think you expect the worst in your heart. You know that maybe the worst is inevitable, but you still want to bring him home, just to have him there, just put him to lay him to rest, just give them the proper, send off that they actually deserve. And so I think that's probably, for his family, as hard as it may be, that's what would be best. So today I was going to talk a little bit about Madeleine McCann, since she's kind of, this case had a lot of attention when she first went missing, this beautiful little blue-eyed, bright-eyed girl. And now it's kind of back in the spotlight because of new developments. So I wanted to go over the case, just briefly go over the case, and then kind of just ask you guys, like, have you guys been following? What information do you have? What do you guys think about everything? And of course, make sure you take a good look at her pictures. Her missing person poster will be posted. So if you have any information on Madeleine McCann's whereabouts, please comment or reach out to the information on the missing poster flyer that's going to be posted. There again, if you do have someone who is missing, reach out. I will definitely get their information out there. I actually did receive an email before so much went on. I received an email, my phone's over here, and about a gentleman who did go missing, and I will briefly go over his information with you guys really quick. because I was asked to. And I'll also be inserting his pictures in here for you. So if you have any information, let me get it. Let me get this information, and I will kind of go over it with you. I'm gonna look it up. So hopefully you guys will be okay with that. Let me find it. Where is it? Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. It's right here. John Matson was his name. He is 79 years old, 6 foot, 180 pounds, blue eyes, gray beard. I will put his pictures. I will definitely put his missing person poster. He went missing from New Hampshire. They put it under a silver alert. He apparently had dementia. Neighbors had seen him walking the neighborhood that morning. His wife had went to run errands, is my understanding. And he was last seen walking away from his residence on Amy Lane in Hampstead, New Hampshire at approximately 3:30 p.m. on July 6, 2022, it says. But he never returned home. Now, from what I read and the way that I understood the story, neighbors knew him. There was a restaurant that he went to daily, so they knew him. He had gone there that day, had his normal food or drink that he would get. The way that I read it, his wife said that since everybody kind of knew him, they knew of his situation and they knew to contact her if something seemed off. I guess on this day it didn't. Neighbors had seen him fairly close to the house walking, and they had, waved him. I guess nothing seemed out of the ordinary. However, he just never made it home. And if you have anybody in your life that suffers from dementia, you know that that's a very hard thing, and they can get disoriented and confused very easily. So take a good look at John's picture from New Hampshire. If you've seen him, the phone number is on the missing person flyer. Give them a call, please. He is loved and wanted home. So definitely, like I said, reach out to the number, or put the information in the comments and I can pass it on for you. Or you can email lovedonesmissing@gmail.com and put any information that you want to share privately in there as well. And we can make sure that gets shared for you. Now, let's move on to Miss Madeleine. Madeleine Beth McCann was 3 years old when she went missing on May 12th of 2003. On May 3rd of 2007 is when she went missing. She was born May 12th, 2003. Let me get that right. She had blue eyes, blonde hair. Madeleine and her family were in Portugal on a family vacation. So it's my understanding there was other families and friends that were on the vacation with them. On this particular night of May 3rd, 2007, Madeleine and her younger siblings had been put to sleep in the little apartment. It was like apartment resort area, and I have this picture that I will post that shows the outline of where they were staying, where her parents were at the time of her disappearance, and what the resort looked like. So they were staying in a lower room, first floor apartment. The kids were asleep, and the parents, along with some other adults, had decided to go, eat, have drinks. They were at a little restaurant bar that was, I believe it said it was 55 feet away from their downstairs apartment, so they could kind of see where they were sitting. It's my understanding they could kind of see over there, but they were going back and forth, checking on the kids. Everybody was checking on their kids. So Madeleine's mom, throughout the night, mom and dad had been, taking turns, is the way I understood it, checking on the kids. Her mom went for the last time that evening and discovered that Madeleine was missing. So, of course, police were called out. This was in Portugal, I believe, is where they were vacationing. Police were called out and the investigation was started. They didn't find her, nothing. No traces of her at all. Now, later on, it would come out that there was images that were released at one point, and there was a man that had been seen carrying a small child towards the beach that evening that she went missing. There were some connections with some known pedophiles that they looked into in the area that they suspected. I think there's been several different persons of interest and people that were suspected. Now, I believe it was, let me just double check. The Portugal police came to believe that there was an accident that took place inside the apartment that evening and that Madeleine's parents covered it up. That's possible. Definitely possible. I would think there would be more evidence if something was done to her, something happened. Now, her parents had hired a private investigator who was doing their own investigation until the Scotland Yard reopened its own investigation, or opened its own investigation into the case, and started naming different persons of interest that they wanted to speak to, and also images. I believe Scotland Yard was the original ones who released the image of a man carrying the young girl to the beach that they wanted to talk to. So they definitely wanted to talk to some different people. Throughout the years, there has been different leads that they've looked into, and everything's come up empty. I mean, I even had read that there had been some psychics who felt like they knew where her body was, that there was some sort of foul play involved. But there again, I don't think any of those leads have proven to be valid or helped them find her or anything. Now, if we fast forward to 2020, police in German City have stated that they have new suspects in her disappearance that they're looking into. And then we fast forward now to 2023, right? And now in 2023, Miss Julia Wendell, I believe is how you say her last name, a young young girl from Poland, Polish woman who she thinks she's 21. The way I understand the story is she's kind of questioned her childhood and kind of questioned her parents about baby pictures, pregnancy pictures, different things from her early childhood that apparently the parents, they don't have any of that information that she was looking for. I guess they couldn't produce it. What really made her start searching, I guess there was a comment that her grandmother made about some abuse that this young girl went through. Turns out this young girl is a victim of one of the relatives. Now, I got conflicting. I had heard that it was a brother, and then I heard it was a son of one of the pedophiles that was looked at, registered pedophiles that was looked at in Madeleine McCann's disappearance. And this young woman happened to be a victim of somebody related to that individual, which made her go, And so I guess she started really researching the Madeleine McCann case and discovered that they have the same birthmark in the eye. You know, if you look at Madeleine's eye, one of her eyes has the birthmark in it. This young girl has the same birthmark. She believes she has the same birthmark that Miss Madeleine had on her leg. Their features are similar, coloring is similar, and because the young girl really doesn't have a lot to go on with her childhood, she said that even one of her teachers had mentioned that she hadn't always been in school. I guess it was said that she really didn't, she kind of just appeared at 5 years age and up, 5 years old and up is where the family that she's known kind of, that's all she's ever seen from her childhood is about that age and older. And I've got, I'll post some pictures of some comparisons between the two of them and see, but, I mean, maybe she could. The last that I read, it was stating that she had submitted for DNA testing, and Madeleine's parents were open to DNA testing, so hopefully they'll get that back and find out if that is their daughter. And I think this is a good case where it kind of reminds all of us that are missing someone that there's still hope, that even after all these years, there's a possibility that they could come home, that they could be found. I mean, what if this is Madeleine? What if all these years she's been alive, living with this family, not knowing her past, not knowing that there is a whole nother family and there's a whole nother presence looking for her and missing her and loving her? I mean, this is like, wow, what if this is her? But what if it's not her? And this poor girl doesn't belong to this family. And they're being vague with her and they can't produce the information she's looking for because she was taken and maybe sold or, you know, a part of some sort of pedophile ring. Who knows? But she deserves to know who she is too. So there again, if she's not Madeleine McCann, but she is a victim of a kidnapping, that reminds us too that there's a chance, there's a possibility, there's something somewhere out there that maybe your missing loved one is still there, it's still alive. Just, it's a reminder to not give up hope and to definitely keep your eyes open. Look for people. If you see something that's suspicious, if you recognize somebody from one of the missing persons flyers you see in the stores or from one of these videos, say something, do something, help. Somewhere, someone is missing them. Some family deserves to have them home. I don't know, it's just, the whole thing is so sad to me. You know, this might be a little girl that was taken and there's a family missing her, and maybe this Madeleine McCann's family is the family that's missing her. Maybe it's not, but someone is, and everybody deserves answers. I know this is a short one, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed Sunday. I hope this video finds you all well and healthy and safe and fed and warm wherever you are. Please take a look at these pictures. Please help these people come home. You have a blessed day, and thank you again for joining me and sticking through this journey with me. Keep being a crusader. Keep finding the missing loved ones that are out there. Have a great day.